Wild and woolly.
It was a good period. It would have been nice if Grant had a notch one there at the end there, but I think the guys played well. Glennie was sharp, and we came out the way we wanted to come out.
Now, you've spent some time so far in the playoffs discussing things with Wayne Thomas. What exactly are you looking for?
My involvement a little bit has been in penalty killing there, and last game, we just started to watch, especially Kerr, who's been, and somehow we're trying to, eliminate him, and if I can be of any help, I'm going to certainly tell Wayne to eliminate him.
After the season at New Haven, is it exciting? Does it feel good to rejoin the Rangers for the playoffs?
Definitely it does. I spent a good 50 games down there, and at first it was kind of hard. It took me a long time to adjust, but I felt that last couple months was very helpful to me. I got to play quite a bit, and hopefully get my game back to where it was, and it was great to be called back up for the playoffs.
Now, you say it was difficult to adjust. After playing 700-plus games in the NHL and going back to the minors, what goes through your mind?
Well, right off the bat, you got to say to yourself, are you going to continue? And I definitely wanted to and made up my mind to. And I went down there with an attitude to get my game back to where it was supposed to be and work hard and try and get back. And that's what I'm still doing.
So what about the future? What about next season? What are your plans?
Well, my plans are in their hands, and hopefully I'm going to get a job in the NHL and hopefully with the Rangers. And I think I did all I could to get myself back, and hopefully it's going to happen.
Larry, good luck.
Thanks very much, Bruce.
Larry Patey, our guest between periods, right now upstairs to Sam Rosen.
Thank you, Bruce, and good to see Larry Patey here in Philadelphia with the New York Rangers, where between periods 1 and 2, there is no score in Game 2. When we come back, Bruce will take a look at Game 1 and talk with Flyers coach Mike Keenan.
Flyers 3-0. But in the second period, the Rangers roar back. Reijo Ruotsalainen scores on the power play. Then Don Maloney catches the Flyers napping. Maloney launching a shot that nobody saw, including Pelle Lindbergh. Early third period action. Hard work pays off for Don Maloney. Donnie scores his second of the game, and a 3-0 rout is now a 3-3 deadlock. But the Flyers get a big break. Glenn Hanlon playing the puck far from the goal crease. He can't control it. Todd Bergen finds a wide-open Tim Kerr, and the Flyers lead 4-3. The Rangers refuse to fold. With just 34 seconds remaining in regulation, Anders Hedberg notched the game at 4 and forces overtime. The Flyers dominate the extra section, outshooting the Rangers 9-1 and keeping the pressure on Glenn Hanlon. The Flyers keep attacking. Ron Sutter digs the puck away from Reijo Ruotsalainen behind the net. He sends a pass to Mark Howe on the left point, who blasts it through a wave of bodies and through the pads of Glenn Hanlon. The final, Philadelphia 5, New York Rangers 4, but it was a win that was far from easy. And joining me now is Flyers coach.
Important it was about breaking a jinx, but certainly it was important as far as the series is concerned, and that was the primary objective of the game overall for us.
What did you tell your team going into that overtime session?
Well, I thought that New York had outworked us in the second and third period and really put it to us pretty good, and I went in and described my feelings to the club, and they responded pretty well in the overtime session.
Did you feel that the Rangers played a better game than they had in each of the 7 games prior to last night?
Not particularly. They put some good, solid hockey games together against us prior to the contest last night, particularly in the 1-goal games that we had, and I felt, again, it would be a tight game, and it was.
So what do you take out of last night in terms of preparing for Game 2?
I don't know if I can say this, but some experience, certainly, for playoff pressure with a young team. It's important that they grow through these games, and I think our club has.
Mike, what did you do in terms of preparation for the playoffs? Anything different than during the regular season?
Not a great deal different. We just honed in on a couple of things about the Rangers. Our focus was on the Rangers for the last couple of weeks, and we just tried to prepare our club mentally to go into the pressure-packed situation that they're now involved in.
All season long, you and your coaching staff pointed to the playoffs, trying to build on certain things in the regular season and take one game at a time. Is this what you're going to continue to do?
I think you have to. You can't be looking past the next game, and particularly that's what we try to incorporate in our philosophy throughout the course of the 80-game schedule. And in doing so, I think it keeps the team focused on the game at hand, and that's the particular important feature of each and every night.
Okay, Mike.
A lot of great saves by the goaltenders, some good scoring chances, and no goals. Did either team have the upper hand, Phil?
Well, I thought the Rangers had the upper hand in this first period. The goaltending by Pelle Lindberg has been outstanding, and you can see why the man has had 40 wins for the Philadelphia Flyers and playing in the playoffs. He made a couple of saves that was incredible.
15 saves in that first period by Pelle Lindberg. We'll look at one of them. It came after a Flyers power play. Once again, the Rangers penalty killing outstanding. Grant Ledyard comes out of the penalty box, goes in on a breakaway.
Look at this, and he just shoots it, and Lindberg just goes down and makes a good save with his left arm, and it was an excellent play, and I think it typified exactly how Pelle Lindberg was playing during that first period.
The one thing, despite all the breaks, we had a delay because of a problem with the magnets in one of the goals, and with all the fights, the goaltenders did not lose their sharpness. Glenn Hanlon played very well also.
Absolutely. Glenn Hanlon made some key saves also, and, you know, I don't know. The Rangers did that forechecking like we talked about, and it looked like it worked very well for them. But what I liked more was the way they were covering up in their own zone. We haven't seen too many games like this, again, where the Rangers are covering up in their own zone and taking care of the points.
Right.
A lot of point shots usually come against the Rangers because they cave in. They cave in a little bit. And when they cave in, their point men are wide open. But tonight, they're not doing that as much.
Larry Patey alluded to the fact in that interview with Bruce Beck that the Rangers are keying on trying to stop Tim Kerr on the power play, and they've done an excellent job thus far of taking him out of it. He led the National Hockey League in power play goals this season.
Well, I don't understand why Timmy Kerr is playing so wide and far removed from the net. But if that's the style, I think they're trying to get him away from the guys checking him. But the Rangers are doing a great job killing penalties. And as long as they do that kind of job, as long as they do it, they're going to be all right.
Okay, the teams are returning to the ice. We will be set to go with period number 2 in just a moment. Right now, let's go back to Bruce Beck.
So it was an action-packed first period. The main event, Ed Hospodar and George McPhee, who both went off 5 minutes for fighting. And then the tune-up for the other one was Barry Beck and Rick Tocchet. Both teams with chances in the period, as Sam mentioned. Dave Poulin early with a couple of good opportunities for the Philadelphia Flyers and for the Rangers. Grant Ledyard stopped on the breakaway. And also a couple of chances for Bob Brook in that first period of play. The Flyers have won 15 straight here at the Spectrum. The last time they lost February 2nd to Buffalo 6-3, and they're looking to make it 16 in a row tonight. If you look at the series this year between the two teams, games haven't been all that close. One game was decided by 2 goals, 2 games decided by 1 goal, and the majority of the contest, 4 decided by 3 goals or more. Throw it all out when you get to the playoffs, because last night a 1-goal win for the Flyers, and tonight no score at the end of 1 period of play. Up to Sam Rosen and Phil Esposito for the start of the second period.
Thank you, Bruce. The team's back on the ice. Some more work being done on the goal to our right and to your right as they work on those magnetic posts. This program is authorized by Madison Square Garden Productions, Incorporated, solely for the entertainment of our audience. Any publication, rebroadcast, or other use of the pictures, descriptions, and accounts of this event, including the imposition of a charge for viewing the program without the express written consent of Madison Square Garden Productions, Incorporated, is prohibited. Game 3 of this series will be Saturday night at Madison Square Garden, beginning at 8:30. You can see it on Madison Square Garden Network if you have cable TV. If not, you can hear it on the Madison Square Garden Radio Network. Okay. Rangers and Flyers, Game 3. If Game 4 is necessary, Sunday night at 7:30 at the Garden.
I was watching Barry Beck talking to Willard Norris, probably asking him, probably telling him, I'm sorry about your leg, man. I didn't mean to fall on your knee like I did. And asking him if he was all right and stuff like that. There's Pelle Lindberg. Let's see, Bobby Brook had 3 shots on goal to lead the Rangers, and Dougie Crossman had 3 shots on goal to lead the Flyers.
And all 3 shots by Brook were real good ones.
Absolutely.
And Lindberg had to make tough saves on. Glenn Hanlon, who had a good first period as well. Set to go. Rangers will open up with McPhee, Maloney, and Greshner up front. McPhee taking the draw against Todd Bergen. Bergen wins it. Beck back to Ruotsalainen, chased by Craven. Marsh puts it in the Rangers zone, but Craven is still there, and the Flyers are offside. keep an eye on the way these teams go at each other in this second period. They really went with the sticks up. A lot of stick work in that first period.
Derek Smith comes on, and Murray Craven goes off.
Todd Bergen.
Derek Smith hasn't seen much action tonight.
Marsh drives it around the boards, past Glenn Hanlon. Bergen comes in to play it. Bergen centers, comes all the way through. But the Rangers did a good job of tying up the Flyer forwards in front. Across the line comes George McPhee. He shoots from a sharp angle, sticks aside by Lindbergh. Bergen plays it on the far side and clears the zone. James Patrick is there to recover. Down to McPhee. McPhee comes across the line, drops it off for James Patrick. Patrick, nice move, got tied up with two Flyers, tries to center, got knocked down. Crossman lost his stick, but look at him playing soccer. He brings it out to center, then lost it to Laidlaw. Now to Maloney, who shoots it, blocked by Marsh and cleared aside by Derek Smith. Into the corner, McPhee missed the check. Greshner stops the puck. Greshner still has it. Greshner shoots, was blocked from behind, it goes in! Lindbergh misplayed it. Lindbergh expecting a faster shot, misplayed it. The Rangers score. It's 1-0.
Actually, what happened was McPhee lifted Pelly Bergman's stick. Watch McPhee. Okay, he's in the corner. Greshner now. He goes to play it, and he's checked a little bit. But watch McPhee come in. Okay, there goes McPhee. Watch. The puck is slow. It hits the skate of Crossman and goes right between the legs of Pelly Lindbergh. Another look at it. Now the key is Crossman. Watch the right skate. Bam. You see that? Lindbergh could not put his stick down because Crossman was in the way. Watch. They give this goal to George McPhee.
The Rangers lead 1-0. Here comes Tocchet down the right wing, bumped by Huber. Ledyard tries to avoid the check. It's kept in by the Flyers. Tocchet being held by Pavlich. Puck loose in the corner. Ron Sutter back to Tocchet behind the net. He's bumped by Ledyard. Sutter got caught in the netting at the side of the net and got tripped up. Puck cleared all the way down, but on goal stopped by Lindbergh. Rangers get the jump on the Flyers.
That's right. McPhee scores a goal. Greshner gets the assist at 1:01.
As we mentioned earlier, all season long, the Rangers have only led the Flyers for a total of 57 seconds.
More than that's already gone by.
Out in center, Anders Hedberg. Back into the Flyers zone. But a delayed offside will be whistled against the Rangers. Miller was still in the zone when the puck was sent in. George McPhee getting the goal. But what a play by Greshner. He was about to drive the shot when his stick was hit from behind, and so he only got a little wood on it.
I'll tell you, watch Crossman here. He gets all tied up with McPhee and Lindbergh. Now, let's see where McPhee touches this puck. I thought it hit Crossman's skate. Okay, it hit Crossman's skate. Well, it doesn't matter, I suppose. I thought it hit Crossman's skate, but it's a goal for the Rangers.
Here's Rogers beating Sandstrom. Sandstrom with a wrist shot. Lindbergh knocks it down with a glove. The loose puck carried behind the net by Osborne. Tries to center. It's blocked by Lindbergh, and he covers it in the crease. 2 minutes and 6 seconds gone by in the second period. The Rangers have a 1-0 lead on the Philadelphia Flyers.
Lindbergh just had a bit of a scare there, too. It almost hit the back of his heel of his stick and went in the net. Mike Rogers.
Flyers bench, Lindsey Carson, number 18. That's Peter Zezel coming off. Fine rookie.
Ron Sutter goes out to take the faceoff.
Against Rogers. Rogers wins it. Ruotsalainen from the point. Winds and drives. Saved with a blocker by Lindbergh. Sinisalo sends out Prop. Prop against Beck. Backhands it through. After the puck is Prop, and the net once again knocked off as Sutter and Beck got tangled and went sliding into the net. And now in comes Hospodar to go with Beck. Beck dropped his gloves and then waves off Hospodar as if to say it's not worth my time.
But Barry Beck is saying to him exactly, because in fact, Barry Beck and I have talked about this. He's saying nothing but a backstabber is what he's calling Hospodar. And they do not like each other. Never have, probably never will.
And settle down. Now the face-off, because of Hospodar's move, will come out to center ice. Hospodar, the defenseman, coming down past that imaginary line, bringing the face-off out to center ice. The captain, Barry Beck, who has played injured most of this season. It's been a struggle for him.
And he's playing injured now, too. He's got the bad shoulder. He's also got a bad groin, and he's playing.
Got cut under that right eye, a terrible cut, which
sure was.
Required 48 stitches. Ruotsalainen clearing it out. Osborne gets it back to Ruotsalainen. Ruotsalainen comes in for Osborne. The shot, save Lindbergh, a good one. Rogers the rebound, it goes wide. Far side, Craven and Rogers. Over comes Sandstrom. Rogers and Craven. The back pass taken away, but kept in. Ruotsalainen, quick shot, it's wide. Rebound on the near side, and out come the Flyers. Bergen goes cross ice for Craven. Craven against Ruotsalainen. Craven to Bergen. Bergen for Kerr, it's blocked by Beck. Bergen right through the crease. Now it's Hospodar coming down. Rogers ties him up. In comes Ruotsalainen. And they freeze it. Quick whistle stops play. 17:02 to go. Second period. Rangers on a goal by George McPhee. Lead 1-0.
Introducing the amazing Minolta Maxim, the world's easiest SLR, because it alone has built-in automatic focusing. Look, Maxim's autofocus lets you get perfect shots before others can even focus. Change lenses. Maxim again gets the shots that used to get away.
Only the human eye focuses faster.
Minolta Maxim.
Only from the mind of Minolta.
Welcome back. 17:02, second period, 1-0, the Rangers lead.
Peter Sundstrom has the puck out to center, where Marsh captures it. Checked by Brook, across to Thomas Eriksson. Cleared down.
This is the first time the Rangers have played that they didn't have to play catch-up hockey against the Philadelphia Flyers this season.
James Patrick sending it around the boards, and it comes out of the zone. Brook racing for the puck, picks it up in center ice. Lost control. Marsh clears the zone. Peter Zezel picks it up. This pass blocked by Peter Sundstrom. The Rangers have it. Patrick clears the zone, got knocked down by Zezel, and out comes Laidlaw. Finds Peter Sundstrom, who drops it in the Flyers zone. Lindbergh comes out with Laidlaw bearing down. Taken away at the point by Brook. He shoots, save Lindbergh.
Great save, shot and great save.
4 stops on Bob Brook in this game. Prop across the line. Prop drops to Marsh. Marsh, wrist shot high off the glass and around the board. Stopped by Rich Sutter. Picked up by Marsh. Marsh sends it ahead for Zezel. Throws it through. Picked up by Prop. He shoots. It's blocked by Bob Brook and caroms into the crowd. And then Brook gets a shove from Prop.
The Flyers have yet to have a shot on goal in this second period. We played 4 minutes and 9 seconds. Bobby Brook taking another terrific slap shot from just inside the blue line, and Pelle Lindbergh making the save.
Brook is playing a fine game. Just made a good defensive play, sliding across to block that shot by Prop. He's worked a couple of shifts back on defense when the Rangers were down a couple of men who were in the penalty box, and he's had some good offensive chances putting the pressure on Pelle Lindbergh.
In the first period, unofficially, the Flyers dominated in faceoffs 22-9. But the Rangers had the edge in shots on goal.
Pavlich to take this draw. On with Maloney and McPhee. Pavlich and Kerr. And now out goes Pavlich. In comes McPhee.
Well, Pavlich was out there just to take the faceoff. Now they got to be careful. Somebody's got to get right out there quick to mark Howe.
And Maloney is pointing to the point to Pavlich. Loose puck in front. The backhander's a save. Derek Smith coming in with that backhander. Pavlich sends out McPhee. One-on-one against McCrimmon. McPhee, the shot is blocked by McCrimmon. McCrimmon has the puck behind the net. And has it. Lifts it up and out. Knocked down by Ledger. Across to Willie Huber. And now to McPhee. 4.5 minutes gone by. Second period. Rangers lead 1-0. Pelle Lindbergh steers it up the boards, where Mark Howe gathers it, fires it ahead. Ledger breaks it up. Picked up by Derek Smith. Smith comes in. Ledger tries to break it up and does. Sends to Grechner. Greshner comes out. 3-on-2 Rangers. Greshner comes across. Greshner shoots. Save Lindbergh. A leg save. And Rich Sutter comes back. Sends out Kerr to center. Tim Kerr across the line. Broken up by Ruotsalainen.
Well, the Rangers are standing up on that point so beautifully tonight.
Hanlon plays the puck ahead. Past Ruotsalainen, but out to center where Marsh is there. 14:50 to go in the second period. Brad Marsh for the Flyers. To Lindsey Carson. Beck trying to break it up. Pokes it into the corner. Picked up by Carson. Drops it off, but Pavlich steals it, and out come the Rangers. Hedberg to Kelly Miller. 1-on-2. Pokes it into the Flyers zone. Crossman sends it back out. Beck to Ruotsalainen. Hedberg. Checked by Marsh. In comes Rick Tocchet. Tocchet across with a drive. Blocked by Ruotsalainen. Penalty coming up on the Rangers.
Interference, Pavlich.
Pavlich turns, questions the call, but a Flyers power play is coming up with 14:20 to go in the second period.
Today, most airlines are offering Super Savers, but where do they get you once you land? That's why Hertz is introducing Ultra Savers, new low rates that pick up where the airline Super Savers leave off. You can rent for only $69 a week in Florida, $99 a week in California, and $69 a week in Hawaii. We also have great weekend rates, so plan now to take off in a Hertz car.
Hertz Ultra Savers, the #1 way to take off after you land.
Mark Pavlich gets 2 minutes for interference at 5:40, and the Flyers are 0 for 2 tonight. That's 0 for 7. And unless they score or get going on the power play, they are going to be in trouble the way the Rangers are playing. I'll tell you right now.
Third opportunity of the game for Philadelphia. Sundstrom on with Eriksson, the premier penalty killers for the Rangers. Here's Crossman at the point, throwing it across for Markow, who shoots, save Hanlon, and he holds it. Ryan Propp charging the net, gets hit from behind by James Patrick. Glenn Hanlon making a good stop on the shot by Howe. Took that pass off the boards and fired.
It was interesting. Watch the shot here. The puck comes back over to Markow right off the boards. He just drives it. But Sinisalo and Sundstrom were pushing each other, and then they just looked at each other and skated away. Not very often do you see two Europeans, pushing at each other like that. Then they realize, wait, man, what's going on here?
14:12 to go. You had an up-close look at Glenn Hanlon, who's played a fine game thus far tonight. The Rangers have played a fine game thus far. Mark Howe again walking in. Howe, wrist shot blocked. Loose in front. Backhander by Propp goes wide. James Patrick clears it.
What a great block by Bobby Brook. Fantastic. Is he having a heck of a game tonight?
Crossman sends it around to Mark Howe with 1.5 minutes to go on the penalty to Mark Pavlich. 13:50 to go, second period, 1-0 Rangers.
The Flyers seem tentative, too, now when they've got opportunities to shoot on the power play.
Crossman, back pass. Bergen couldn't control it. Gets it back to Crossman. Crossman in front, and it's off Propp, who's knocked down by Laidlaw. Laidlaw plays the puck. Propp on him. In comes Eriksson to try and help. Look at Laidlaw work the corner. Worked free by Propp. Propp looking to center. He does to Sinisalo. Sinisalo holds the puck. Sinisalo's pass blocked by Laidlaw. Sinisalo still has it. Centers for Propp. A shot blocked by James Patrick. Cleared by no. Kept in by Howe. Good play. Shot by Bergen. Stopped by Hanlon. Patrick around the boards. Howe stops it at the point. Flyers with pressure. Send it ahead to Propp. Back to Howe. Howe, wrist shot. Hit the post. Taken by Jan Eriksson and cleared out to center. Rather, Peter Sundstrom clearing it. 35 seconds to go in the power play for the Flyers. Howe shoots it into the corner. Maloney is there. Taken away by Kerr. Kerr centers, hit the side of the net, and it's driven ahead. Stopped at the point, but a whistle. The net is off again. That net has come off several times. They've had problems with it throughout the game.
No, what's really funny is the best power play the Flyers have had has been this one without Timmy Kerr out there. Okay, watch this. How? The right of your screen, Sinisalo. Right to the right of the goal. He banks it right off the goal post. And the Rangers were able to clear after that.
27 seconds left in the penalty to Mark Pavlich. 12:47 to go, second period at the Spectrum in Philadelphia.
And the longer the Rangers keep them off the score sheet, when they're a man advantage, are going to be more beneficial confidence-wise to the Rangers.
Kerr won it back to Howe. Ahead for Zezel and now to Erickson off his stick and up into the Flyers bench. And that brings the face-off back out to center ice. 20 seconds to go, and the penalty to Mark Pavelich. Shots are 21-12 for the Rangers, who lead 1-0 on the goal by George McPhee.
See, and those things right there, like the bad pass or the puck bouncing over Ericsson's stick, that all adds up. That all adds up as more confidence is built for the Rangers, figuring, hey, man, look, we can take a penalty, we can kill it off, there's no problem.
And Ledger drives the puck down the ice.
Special teams, boy.
Howe. Checked by Maloney. Gives it to Zezel with 8 seconds to go. And the penalty to Pavelich. Craven can't control it. Ledger takes it away. That does it. Here comes Pavelich back to the ice. Teams are at full strength. And the Flyers are 0 for 8 on the power play in this series. Ledger intercepts. Has to wait for Maloney to get onside. Ledger to cross. Ledger hit from behind. Kerr takes the puck away. Jimmy Kerr. Across the line. He's surrounded by blue shirts, and it's taken by Ledger. Clears the zone. Just under 12 minutes to go in the second period. 1-0 Rangers. Craven getting it ahead, and the Flyers send it in, but a good hit on the far side by Willie Huber on Zezel. Ruotsalainen tied up with Tocchet in the corner. And away with the puck is Kelly Miller. And Ruotsalainen sends it around. Huber with Ron Sutter. Picked up by Pavelich. Pavelich, cross ice to Kelly Miller. Miller looking, throws it in front, but it comes all the way through as Hedberg was taken down by Brad Marsh, but back come the Flyers. Tocchet across the line. Tocchet breaks wide and shoots. Save Hanlon. The rebound stopped by Hanlon.
Another save.
And off goes the goal again.
A great save again by Glenn Hanlon. Now he got pushing and shoving again.
Yeah, Tocchet is in there.
Yeah, he's got Pavelich.
And Lindsey Carson, number 18, started to go with Laidlaw. And then Tocchet came in and grabbed Laidlaw from behind. Hedberg and Marsh. They were battling down on the other end because Marsh pulled down Hedberg.
Actually, Sam, that was Pavelich.
Oh, excuse me.
Okay.
11:18 to go in the second period. Oh, it was a little off going back and forth. We'll be right back. Rangers are leading 1-0.
There it is, 11:18 left. 1-0 Rangers still leading on a goal by McPhee.
Out to center comes Thomas Sandstrom, double teamed, and it's knocked away by Bergen, picked up by James Patrick. Patrick comes across the line, drops it off for Osborne. He shoots, deflects, wide of the net, sticked aside by Lindbergh. Back behind the net, Bergen comes out with a puck. It's Tim Kerr. His pass deflected, broken up by Laidlaw. And a whistle stops play as the puck deflects up into the Rangers bench.
Boy, Timmy Kerr is really fighting the puck. He mentioned it yesterday or this morning on the papers I was reading, that he said, I was fighting the puck and I'm glad I scored the goal. Maybe it'll take the pressure off, but he's still fighting the puck. It's like the puck is hitting and sticking, bouncing off. He's not playing relaxed. No, we've always talked about Tim Kerr's soft hands.
Right.
Well, his hands aren't very soft right now. He's very, very tense. Very tense.
Back-to-back 54-goal seasons, 98 points this season to lead the Flyers. 10:50 to go, second period. 1-0 Rangers. Sandstrom being hooked by Derek Smith, chases the puck with Mark Howe in the corner. Sandstrom pokes it to Osborne. He collides with Derek Smith, and McCrimmon has it. Clearing the puck all the way down. This will be an icing as Ruotsalainen back for the touch. Reijo Ruotsalainen, who scored a power play goal last night. Now we've got something
Osborne
going again. Osborne. John D'Amico trying to restore order.
What
here.
happened was that Hospodar was coming on
there.
a change of lines, and McPhee just jumped on too.
And now the penalty box door opens, and McCrimmon and Osborne go off. To cool it for a little while. 9:29, the time of their penalties.
They'll probably get 2 minutes each for high sticking, I would say. Because both of them are spearing or something. Slashing. He gives them slashing.
Stick work.
Yep, stick
High
work.
sticking, slashing, either one.
9 minutes, 29 seconds, the time of the penalties.
Teams will skate 4 aside. Rangers have Greshner, Maloney, Beck, and Ruotsalainen on. Give credit to Ron Greshner and Barry Beck, who are playing hurt, both with sore shoulders.
And both playing very well.
Playing well.
Greshner has 3 assists so far in the 2 games.
Greshner, it's been all season. He played 48 games, got 45 points, 16 goals.
And look, he plays anywhere, too.
What a season he had for a guy who only played a little over half a season. Crossman chased by Greshner. Loose puck in the corner. Marsh hit by Maloney. Marsh and Maloney wrapped up. Greshner has the puck along the boards. Comes free to Crossman. Sends out Prop. Now to Marsh. Marsh blocked by Ruotsalainen. Gave it away to Zezel. Zezel with a shot. Save Hanlon. Rebound loose. And Beck ties up Marsh. And a penalty call. Beck for holding. Another power play chance for the Flyers coming up. It'll be a 4-on-3 situation one more time. 10:08 to go. Second period. Rangers 1, Flyers nothing.
This buzz for everyone in the spotlight before the show begins. This buzz for you. There's no one else who does it quite the way you do. So here's to you. Showtime, baby. Hey, just for you, that distinctively clean, crisp taste that says Budweiser.
Hey, man, nice job.
This Bud's sweet.
Beck gets 2 minutes for holding at 9:52. And the Flyers go on their 4th power play. 0 for 3 tonight, 0 for 8 in the series.
The one dangerous thing is they're getting so many chances on the power play. Here's Crossman. Crossman gives it to Prop. Prop walks in and shoots. Save Hanlon. Rebound in the corner. James Patrick chased by Kerr. Double team by Sinisalo. Down goes Patrick. Kerr with a back pass. Stopped by Prop. Prop with Brook out there checking him. To Kerr. Sinisalo is in front. The Prop. Taken away by Laidlaw. And Kerr keeps it in. Kerr in the corner. Checked by Laidlaw. Kerr works it out in front. Hit the side of the net. Sinisalo behind the net. Drops it back into the corner. Laidlaw ties up Kerr. Kerr to Prop. Now to Sinisalo. Sinisalo backs off the puck. Brook falls on top. Prop was trying to get the puck to Sinisalo, who backed away from it.
That's right.
Surprisingly.
And Timmy Kerr is not the guy going in front of the net, which surprises the heck out of me. They got Sinisalo in front of the net. You look at Glenn Hanlon talking to the referee.
54 seconds. I'm sorry, Phil. 54 seconds to go on the matching penalties to Osborne and McCrimmon. 1:17 to go on the Flyers power play. Skate 4-on-3.
See,
for
this
another
guy,
54 seconds.
Timmy Kerr is so good in front of the net. If I were, I mean, I don't understand. He scored 21 power play goals, and you can bet he scored them from in front of the net. And he's doing the work in the corners.
Playing over in the corner.
I don't understand it.
9:25 to go on the second period. 1-0 Rangers. Erickson wins the draw, and Ledyard clears the puck. Crossman. Erickson forechecking for the Rangers. Mark Howe. Cross ice for Bergen. Bergen tries to beat Ledyard. Bergen comes in. Centers. It's loose in front. Howe stopped by Hanlon. Unbelievable save by Glenn Hanlon. With Hanlon down on the ice, Howe couldn't lift it over. Back pass to Howe. Howe to Crossman. Crossman shoots. They score! A deflection by Todd Bergen. It's a power play goal, and it's tied 1-1.
Well, finally, the Philadelphia Flyers score on the power play. Todd Bergen deflects the shot from Crossman. Watch the right of your screen. Bergen coming across in front of the net. Deflection right between the legs of Glenn Hanlon. What a save he made earlier. Here's another look at it, the top right corner. Watch the deflection. Beautiful deflection right between the legs. No chance whatsoever for Glenn Hanlon. Another look at it. Here's the shot. Crossman shoots. Here's a deflection right between the legs of Glenn Hanlon.
Todd Bergen, the rookie, gets his second goal of the playoffs. You see the time. It's tied 1-1.
What a save he made earlier on Mark Howe.
Crowd going wild. A Philly fanatic is in the crowd tonight. Turned hockey fan. Might be still too cold for baseball.
Now they're playing.
There's a shot by Sinisalo, and Hanlon makes the save. Still skating 4 aside for another 10 seconds. Ruotsalainen at the point. Cross for Pavlich. He knocks it down, but a whistle stick above the shoulder is whistled by referee Dennis Morel. 6 seconds to go. The matching penalty to Osborne and McCrimmon. 8:37 to go, second period. 1-1 the score. That young man, Todd Bergen.
He scores the goal, assisted by Crossman and Howe at 11:05 of the second period to tie the game up at 1.
What a year for Todd Bergen. Last year he was playing in juniors at Prince Albert and was a 5th-round draft pick in 1982.
And I guess Jerry Melnick told Bobby Clark, Bobby, there's a guy in junior playing in St. Albert that can make the team next year, and we're going to get him in about the 4th or 5th round, and that's exactly what happened.
And here he is with 2 goals in the playoffs. Teams are back at full strength with 8:25 to go as Ron Sutter steals the puck. Sutter waiting for help. Shoots, deflection just wide by Carson. Sinisalo is tied up. Ruotsalainen clears the puck. Well, the Flyers have come alive with that goal. It has given them tremendous life. It's gotten
the nets off again.
Oh, boy, that stops play one more time. The Flyers crowd has come alive. The Flyers are putting pressure on. They've come alive with that power play goal.
Let's take another look at that goal if we can. Here's Bergen. Watch the man up front coming in front of the net. Deflects it right by Glenn Hanlon into the net underneath the Glenn Hanlon's right pad. A beautiful deflection.
Earlier in this period, the shots on goal were 20-9 for the Rangers. Now it's 21-20.
The Flyers have come alive in the second period. The power plays have helped.
In the last 8 minutes, the Flyers have outshot the Rangers 11-1. Kerr on the draw, loose along the boards. Laidlaw comes over. It's knocked ahead. Osborne plays it across to James Patrick. And the Flyers put the pressure on, but the puck is deflected up into the crowd, stopping play.
There's a crowd going a little crazy trying to get the puck.
Get that souvenir. Look at that.
Got a Bobby Clark sweater on.
It's not Bobby. I can assure you it's not Bobby. He's up here in the press box. And he can get the pucks free. He doesn't have to scramble for the souvenirs. Rogers to take the draw with Tim Kerr. Flyers backhanded ahead, gloved by Hanlon. James Patrick gets rid of it, but it's stopped by Thomas Eriksson. He turns and shoots, saved by Hanlon. He's got it between the pads. Holds it with Derek Smith tied up by Laidlaw in front.
Tommy Laidlaw has played 2 outstanding games for the Rangers on defense. I believe that he and Ledyard have been outstanding on defense. We've talked about that privately, Sam, you and I. And the Flyers, though, have all tied up this game, but also tied up the shot clock. 21 apiece now. They have certainly come on strong, haven't they?
The penalties have been a factor.
That's right, but the second period is usually the Flyers' best. Over the course of the season, it has been too.
So last night, the Rangers dominated the second period with 2 goals. Getting back into the game. Comes back to Thomas Eriksson across to Brad Marsh. The wrist shot knocked away with a blocker by Hanlon and up into the crowd.
The face-offs. The Rangers are losing an awful lot of face-offs in their own zones. Timmy Kerr has been unbelievable. He's 10-2 right now on face-offs tonight. And last night, he wasn't that great on that.
1-1 the score with 7:51 to go in this second period. Flyers have had 4 power play opportunities in the game. Rangers have had only 1. Interesting to see if something is called on the Flyers to somewhat even things out a little later in the period or early in the third. We'll watch. Rangers take the puck away. Out comes Rogers with Sandstrom. Sandstrom across with a wrist shot, gloved by Lindbergh. Steers it into the corner, picked up by Derek Smith, and now Rich Sutter. Flyers come out. Rich Sutter with Kerr trailing. Gets the drop pass. Kerr offside is called.
Osborne and Smith are going to go now.
Whistle stops play. Penalties called with 7:33 to go, second period. Rangers 1, Flyers 1. Derek Smith and Mark Osborne have penalties on them.
last time you changed planes in the Midwest, did it seem a bit like the Wild West? Well, next time, fly into an airport that feels like an airport and not like a stockyard. Fly Eastern to Kansas City. In Kansas City, you can stroll from one Eastern plane to another without being trampled and make connections to Seattle, San Diego, Tucson, Phoenix, or 11 other Western cities. So fly Eastern through Kansas City and break away from the herd.
Osborne and Derek Smith this time get 2 minutes each for slashing at 12:27. He had just come back from 2 minutes slashing with McCrimmon.
Ledyard takes the puck away. Ledyard gets over there, but there was offside called on the play. Ledyard questioning the call as it's brought back out to center ice. The rookie from Winnipeg, Manitoba, Grant Ledyard, called up in January. What an addition he's been to the New York Rangers.
He's playing the left side tonight, and we talked about it. We think that he's much better on the right side.
But he doesn't seem to be bothered at all.
He's playing well.
Shows a lot of maturity for a rookie. Ledyard takes the puck away. Ledyard shoots. It's blocked by Thomas Eriksson. Ledyard again with the puck. Tries to get around Craven and does, and shoots. Save Lindbergh. Eriksson chased by Maloney. Fans are cheering because Greshner lifted Marsh's stick up into the air and Marsh caught it.
It must have gone up about 5 feet and he caught it.
Looks like he was twirling a baton. Flyers with some pressure here. Sinisalo centers for Marsh. Save Hanlon. Oh, another great save by Glenn Hanlon. And out come the Rangers. Greshner with the puck. Greshner across the line. It's poke checked away and cleared out by the Flyers. A minute to go on the matching penalty.
Brad Marsh took quite a hit, boy, from Ronnie Greshner and just got up.
Hedberg comes across the line against McCrimmon. Hedberg for Pavlich. Checked by Prop. Skating 4 aside for another 45 seconds. Pavlich still controls centers. Hedberg just missed it. Then he's knocked down from behind by McCrimmon. You know who hasn't seen ice time in this period? Poulin. I haven't called his name. Prop has the puck. 30 seconds to go in the matching penalty. 6 minutes to go in the second period. 1-1 the score. Ruotsalainen checked by Prop. Round the boards. Prop is after the puck. Checked by Beck. Along the boards, Ron Sutter. Taken away by Pavlich. Now to Hedberg with Ruotsalainen. It's a 3-on-2. Pavlich goes in offside. 5:44 to go. Second period. 1-1 the score. Skating 4 aside for another 11 seconds.
You know what? Poulin's not even on the bench, and we'll try to find out what the problem is.
Well, he did have that cut over the eye from that stick, but he played afterwards.
Sure.
No word coming from the Flyer bench on Poulin, but he's not there.
Let's take a look at the save by Glenn Hanlon on Brad Marsh. Here's the save, and watch Greshner. I mean, he nails Brad Marsh, and Brad Marsh goes into the boards. A great stop by Glenn Hanlon. Have we seen some goaltending tonight?
Brad Marsh is not an offensive defenseman. He goes in, and boy, did he get hit. The late offside called on the Rangers. Now the whistle blows. 5:40 to go in the second period. George McPhee put the Rangers ahead with a goal at 1:01 of the second period, and then Bergen tied it 11:05.
Okay, let's take a look at this check. Watch now, he's trading. Now watch right of your screen. Bam! But he just shakes that off and gets up, and away we go, babe.
It says, who needs a helmet?
That's right.
I've got a hard head.
He hit the boards with it. Because he didn't have a helmet on, he hit it with his shoulders because he knows how to protect himself.
James Patrick carries. Teams are back at full strength. The pass deflected by McCrimmon. Kerr picks up the puck. Tim Kerr chased by Osborne. Played off the boards by Tom Laidlaw. Around it goes. McCrimmon pinching in. Stops the puck. Laidlaw gets it back. Throws it out to center to Thomas Sandstrom. One-on-one with Howe. Sandstrom across the line. Rogers was pulled in. Would have been offside. Now it's knocked in. Osborne's shot, his stick save is made. Rogers rebound, another save by Lindbergh. Derek Smith fires it around the boards and all the way out. Ledyard back for the puck. Just under 5 minutes to go in the second period. 1-1 the score. Peter Sundstrom with a nice move. Sundstrom comes in against Crossman. Sundstrom's backhander caught by Lindbergh. He holds it. 4:44 to go in the second period. Jan Eriksson was taken down. Eriksson playing with a sore left foot, coming back from that foot for the playoffs, coming back from the injury.
Okay, let's take a look at the saves by Lindbergh here. The puck comes in, is brought in by Philadelphia. So Osborne picks it up, drives one, there's one save. Then it comes out to Rogers. Rogers comes in, watch the right pad, and right skate of Lindbergh. He kicks it out, might have missed the net anyway, but that was a good save by Lindbergh.
Pelle Lindbergh, third in the National Hockey League this season. Goals against average, 3.02. 40 wins for the man from Sweden, Pelle Lindbergh. Bob Brook has had an outstanding game tonight. 4 real good shots on goal, and Lindbergh has made tough saves on. Brook wins the draw and shoots. Stopped by Lindbergh. Loose in front and sticked aside by Lindbergh to Sinisalo. Brook takes the puck back. Brook pulled down in center ice. Here come the Rangers in. Jan Eriksson drops it to Sundstrom. Lost it in the skates, then recovers. Winds it behind the net. Picked up by the Flyers, Peter Zezel.
The Rangers are starting to take over again.
Knocked away by Brook to Eriksson. Back to Brook. Lost control. Battle along the boards. Brook finds it. Brook comes off the boards and shoots. Save Lindbergh. Bob Brook has 6 shots on goal. Eriksson is wrapped up in front by Zezel as they do some wrestling. And the linesmen try to settle things down. 4:11 to go in the second period. Tough night for Bob Brook. Actually a good night in the sense that he's getting good chances, but Lindbergh has come up big on him.
Sure has. It looks like there'll be double penalties here to Eriksson and Zezel.
All right.
Both for high sticking.
Once again, we'll be skating 4 aside here at the Spectrum. Score is tied 1-1 with 4:11 left, second period.
We're Manufacturers Hanover, helping you grow wherever you are.
A silken...
Once again, skating 4-on-4. Maloney tied up with a back pass to Ruotsalainen. And the shot high off the glass. Picked up by Sinisalo. Comes out with Craven on the right. Back is Ruotsalainen. Sinisalo pulls up. Ruotsalainen ties him up. Kept in by Marsh. Back behind the net. Beck is there. Round the boards for Maloney. Maloney sends it out to Ruotsalainen. He's got Greshner trailing on the right side. Ruotsalainen now dropped to Maloney. Maloney comes in. Takes it back behind the net, chased by Crossman. Maloney winds it back to Ruotsalainen. Greshner hanging in front. Ruotsalainen with a puck. Back pass to Beck. Beck wrist shot deflected by Derek Smith. Into the crowd. 3:33 to go as Maloney got dumped side of the net.
He's just standing there looking at the referee. He'll skate by him, say something. Hits his head. He was tackled off to the side. Face-off will be just inside the blue line of the Philadelphia Flyers.
Rangers once again have picked up the play. We mentioned a couple of minutes ago shots were even at 21. Now it's 27-22 for the Rangers.
That's right, and it shows the Rangers start coming back. They've sort of started to take over the play again, totally.
1:22 to go in the matching penalties to Jan Eriksson and Peter Zezel.
Ever since that great save that Hanlon made on Brad Marsh.
Loose puck picked up by McCrimmon. Up ahead. Laidlaw collides with Ron Sutter. Out comes Zezel, 2-on-1 with Mark Howe. Back is Patrick. In comes Poppy, overskated the puck, and it slides by the net. James Patrick has it.
What a break for the Rangers there.
Sends it out to Anders Hedberg. Hedberg with Pavlich. Lindbergh stops the puck. Try to put it in the corner, blocked by Pavlich. Good play, but then he lost it to McCrimmon. And out comes Ron Sutter. 3 minutes to go in the second period. 1-1 the score. Game 2 of this best-of-5 series. Flyers took the opener last night 5-4 in overtime. Ruotsalainen takes a little dive, hit by Prop, and McCrimmon comes in. McCrimmon with a back pass, it's out of the zone.
Ryan Prop is having a terrible game tonight. He's having troubles. He seems awfully nervous also. It's like his hands are like steel.
Sinisalo comes in against Ledyard. Ledyard takes him out of the play nicely, and Ruotsalainen picks up the puck. Ruotsalainen 3-on-2. Pavlich across the line. Pavlich to Ruotsalainen. He shoots it wide off the glass. Near side, Sandstrom after it. Kept in by Ledyard. He shoots. Save is made by Lindbergh, and he holds it. 2:22 to go. Well, we've had 4:44, 3:33, now 2:22. Like the way the clock is ticking down. 11 seconds to go in the matching penalties to Eriksson and Zezel. Still tied 1-1.
Again, Pelle Lindbergh coming up pretty big with the good saves. Ledyard comes up with the blast here. He walks in and he blasts this one up high. Lindbergh was able to make the save, catches, and hold on to it.
27 saves for Pelle Lindbergh in this game. 21 for Glenn Hanlon. Kerr clears the zone. James Patrick is there to intercept and bring it back. Patrick tied up by Todd Bergen. Marsh has the puck. Teams are back at full strength. Score is tied 1-1 with 2:05 to go in the second period. Osborne.
Oh, wow.
And a whistle stops play, and another penalty has been called.
Zezel and James Patrick this time are going to go.
Well, Zezel came back for a brief stint on the ice. I guess he didn't like the ice and decided to take a penalty and go back to sitting down.
Well, Zezel went after him and knocked him down or off balance, and James Patrick slashed back at him. Well,
2:05 to go.
They get each 2 minutes for slashing. That's 17:55.
Zezel was on the ice for 6 seconds and then went back to the penalty box.
Again, a 4-on-4 situation. And this can only help the Rangers, these 4-on-4s.
You feel that way?
Yeah, because the Flyers have the more set lines and more patterns and more set plays than the Rangers do. And, you know, the Rangers have experimented, changed lines around and everything else. So a 4-on-4 situation only helps it.
2:05 left in the second period. Peter Sundstrom on the ice. He's had a fine game.
We just had a quick look at Todd Bergen, who hasn't been on the ice for about the last 7 or 8 minutes. And, you know, that's because of the 4-on-4 situations.
Ruotsalainen with Craven forechecking. Eriksson. Sundstrom trailing. Eriksson across the line. Tries to find Sundstrom. It deflects off his stick. In the corner, Sundstrom and Eriksson. That's Thomas Eriksson. Now Jan Eriksson takes the puck for the Rangers. Checked by Crossman. Wrestles him down. Crossman will go. And now the Rangers will get the 4-on-3 advantage. The Flyers have had a couple in the game. And now a penalty called on Doug Crossman with 1:37 to go in the second period. Tied 1-1. Rangers will have their second power play of the game.
It'll be a 4-on-3. Dougie Crossman, watch number 3. Eriksson goes around him. Crossman grabs him and throws him down. And he goes off at 18:23, and the Rangers go on their second power play only tonight. They're 0 for 1 so far. That was way back in the first period when Dave Poulin got an elbowing penalty.
Poulin has not been on the bench in the second period for the Flyers.
Oh, and they have not told us what is wrong, so we can't relay any message, folks.
Doug Crossman in the penalty box. 1:32 to go on the matching penalties to James Patrick and Peter Zezel. 1:37 to go in the period.
Big power play for the Rangers right now.
Out of the zone, Rangers have Ledyard, Ruotsalainen, Pavlich, and Hedberg on. Ron Sutter, Brad McCrimmon, and Mark Howe on for Philadelphia. Ledyard drops it off for Hedberg. Hedberg comes in, back to Ledyard. Ledyard to Ruotsalainen. He looks, and he shoots. Deflected. McCrimmon gets there and clears it. 1:15 to go in the period. Ruotsalainen comes out. A lot of room on the ice. Pavlich comes across against McCrimmon. Howe knocks it away. Pavlich picks it up. Pavlich finds Hedberg. He shoots. Save Lindbergh.
That hit the goalpost, I believe.
Hedberg with the puck. Back pass to Ruotsalainen. Now to Ledyard. He shoots. Hit the outside of the net. Caroms to Howe. Blocked by Ledyard. Howe tied up by Ledyard. Goes cross ice to McCrimmon. And he clears to Ron Sutter. Sutter across the line for Howe in front. Blocked by Ruotsalainen. And he gets it out to Maloney. Maloney tied up by Ron Sutter. 30 seconds to go in the second period. Rangers on a power play. Ledyard across against McCrimmon, who ties him up. 45 seconds to go in the Rangers power play as Marsh clears it. 20 seconds to go, second period. In 10 seconds, Zezel and James Patrick will return. Ruotsalainen to Maloney across the line. Hooked by McCrimmon. He's tied up. Marsh takes the puck away. Tied up by Maloney. In comes Huber. Huber walks out. Huber shoots. Save Lindbergh. The rebound is knocked aside. Taken by James Patrick. He's taken out of the play. And the period ends.
What a save by Pelle Lindbergh right at the end there. Prop and Gressner are pushing at each other. And this is a dangerous situation.
Once again, the period ends. Zezel is there with McPhee. McPhee throws the gloves off. He's ready to go with Zezel.
Oh, my.
And watch out. Everybody on the ice. And it could get nasty here. Marsh has got somebody wrapped up.
Oh, Rich Sutter just punched at somebody. And I don't know who that is. Tocchet, I believe, has somebody down.
Bob Brook is tied up with Tocchet. Greshner is trying to get at somebody. Froze is holding him. Van Beesbrook is holding Froze. Lindsey Carson just shoved at Ruotsalainen.
Still shoving at him.
Somebody's got Beck in a headlock. I think Hospodar's got Beck in a headlock.
I don't know whether that's
Timmy Kerr in there.
I think it's Timmy. No.
Kerr has got Laidlaw. A lot of holding. And Carson is still going with Ruotsalainen, trying to work his way free, pushing and shoving.
I just hope that they can, now Tocchet and Gressner are going at it, and maybe we'll just stop this if they can.
Osborne has got somebody. He's got Crossman.
And Brad Marsh is trying to be a peacemaker, and so is Hedberg, but they won't let them.
They're ready to go. Somebody wants Greshner. Marsh and Brook are in there.
See, Marsh, he's trying to be a peacemaker in there.
It's Tocchet. It's Tocchet.
Yeah.
Tocchet was still in there involved and throwing.
I'm telling you, I see Beck is still up in that corner there. He's got somebody pinned.
That's Hospodar. I'm sure it's Hospodar.
Yeah, I guess it is. I guess it is. And now Beck knows that Hospodar likes to throw sucker punches, and I don't know whether he's going to let him go. They're holding on to each other, and I think that they're both going to hold on and just...
Laidlaw comes over, and he's going to make sure that nothing dirty happens.
And Brad Marsh he's doing real well to be a peacemaker right there.
Hedberg wants to get in there, and then linesman Will Norris says, get back to the bench.
And Anders Hedberg has been a peacemaker out there. Both he and Brad Marsh have been great. They're just trying to get it over with and get everybody to their dressing rooms.
Huber and Rich Sutter.
And this just wastes a lot of energy and a lot of time. What it does.
All right, things are finally settling down. Now the search for the right gloves and right sticks will go on. And things finally settled down. It did not get as nasty as it might have under the circumstances.
Good thing, too.
And finally, tempers have calmed down, but what a second period as each team came up with a goal. There was no scoring in the first period. That period took over an hour to play. This one took almost an hour to play. This is marathon hockey here at the Spectrum. But stay with us. It's great stuff.
I need to just get off the ice now. You know, enough's enough.
Well, now it could be some guys want to know if there are penalties or what. In any event, we have played 2 periods in Game 2 at the Spectrum. Rangers and Flyers are tied 1-1.
Fine career with the Flyers as well. Bernie, what were your thoughts on the goaltending so far this evening? First of all, Lindbergh.
Oh, he's playing well, really playing well. Finally, you know, he's been working hard for 3 years, and you can see now that he has the maturity to play well, and he's playing well.
You talk about maturity. Can you specifically pinpoint what he's doing better?
Well, you know, what I mean by the maturity is if he has a bad goal or if he has a bad game, then he's able to bounce back, which is very important.
How about Glenn Hanlon?
Oh, he's also playing well. You know, he's well. It's you know, the 2 goalies are keeping this game, the excitement in this game. That's for sure.
Now you have another goalie on the bench, Bob Froze, who's had a fine season when he hasn't been injured and has gotten the chance.
Well, also, as you know, Bob, I believe Bob played 16, 17 games this season and has a goals against 2.50, so he's really played well, and he showed the end of the season when we played the 2 games at the end of the season against the Rangers that he's able to come in and play well. So it's good to know. So because if something would happen to Lindbergh, we know that Frost could take over.
Bernie, how would you compare this Flyers team to Flyer teams of the mid-'70s, specifically the one that won 2 Stanley Cups in a row?
Much younger. You know, they're little kids out there. It's incredible. You know, when you have 4 players who are under 20, it's incredible. But it's a good hockey team. You know, a good skating team. Good. I think they're very well balanced, and goaltending's also good.
Okay, Bernie, thank you for stopping by.
Thank you.
A man who knows a lot about goaltending, 55 career shutouts, and have played an important and highly visible role in the annals of New York Rangers hockey. Several netminders are revered by the fans for both their charisma and on-ice accomplishments. There was Lorne Gump Worsley, who in the early 1950s and 60s excited Ranger fans with his daring style of play. Gilles Villemure, a steadying influence on the Rangers in the 60s and 70s, a classic stand-up goalie. The ever-popular Eddie Giacomin, who posted more wins and shutouts than any other goaltender in the history of the Broadway Blues. And, of course, the big guy, John Davidson, who was a miracle man in the 1979 playoffs. This year, the goaltending chores have been handled extremely well by 2 players under difficult circumstances. They may have different styles and come from different backgrounds, but they have the same responsibilities. They are 28-year-old veteran Glenn Hanlon and 21-year-old rookie John Van Beesbroek. Although the 2 goaltenders have been bombarded in goal on many different occasions this season, their attitude remains positive.
For me, to look into the future, it's probably better that it's happened this way, I think, because I get a different view from every aspect of the game. I know, you know, I've really been kicked when I've been down before, and that's basically the part that really hurts. And to come back from that and be successful, that's where, you know, you really show that you're an NHL caliber player, I think.
I always like to have a good first period, and if you can get through the first period and without getting scored on, then you've got it down to a 40-minute game, and it doesn't matter how many shots you have, you're sort of in a groove and you feel good. But if you're getting a lot of shots and they score some goals and you're down 4-0 or something in the first period, then it's a lot different. But if you can't get that first period under your belt and you're feeling good about yourself, then really it could be 40, 50 shots. You know that at that night they're not going to score.
Despite a natural built-in competition over playing time, the 2 goalies have been supportive of each other all season long. The duo's relationship has been built on respect and communication.
Glenn knows a lot of the more experienced players in the league because he's been around, and he can help me out more with the players. And I can help him out with the young players coming from the Ontario League, or somebody I know such as Kelly Miller, who joined our team, and I played with on you know, junior teams in the past, and he lives in my area. So if I can help him out in that way, I think that's basically the way that we help out each other.
Certainly there is a competition. You want to play well. You want to play well so that you start. But there's also that respect for the other person, that you know when he plays a good game and you're happy for him.
The old saying in baseball that a catcher wears the tools of ignorance may hold true for hockey goaltenders as well. After all, don't you have to be a little bit crazy to guard a 4-by-6-foot area called the goal?
The history of goaltenders, everybody's been flaky. I'm sure I have my moments too, and it's a point of really having to have fun.
I think that you do have to sort of have something a little different. You hear it all along, you finally start to believe it, but I always say that I'm different in the fact that I'm normal, and I really don't think that I'm too crazy anyways.
Glenn Hanlon and John Van Beesbroek. Their performances have not gone unnoticed. And in a season filled with turbulence, they have been the calm in the storm.